8 o'clock on this August 20th. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Stephannie Joseph.
I'm Dan Schrack, and we have 2 full hours to get through this Wednesday morning, so let's run down what we have brewing for you today.
Honoring a hometown hero. This morning, we're looking ahead to the Gary Bykirk Memorial Blood Drive happening this weekend. We'll learn more from his family on how you can get involved and why the event is one of the best ways to keep his legacy alive.
Yeah, then we are still getting our stomachs ready for the Rochester VegFest as we continue to preview some of the featured vendors. Today, we're sitting down with the founder and owner of Spirit and Abundance, LLC. Options and the flavors they are bringing to this year's festival.
And later, a day on the green for a great cause. We're getting a preview of Lollipop Farms' Pars for Pets charity fundraiser and how it's encouraging golfers to tee off while helping save the lives of animals.
Yeah, but before all of that, we do want to get a first check of the forecast. Meteorologist McLean in this morning. We are talking about that rain that's likely going to stick around the region for the day.
Yeah, starting off wet this morning, and it was a welcome rainfall, to be honest. A lot of areas haven't had a soaking rain in quite some time, so it was completely welcome to see that. 300s yesterday and 3900s so far today, so that's on top of what we've had this month, which was only about a ½ inch of rain. Ultimate Doppler showing where a lot of that rain is now, just to our southeast, and still drifting off in that direction. So if you're down into Yates County, parts of the Central Finger Lakes, you're going to catch this. Also into southern Livingston. Mainly dry through the afternoon, but we'll keep that risk of a shower or two in through the early part of tonight. And I think heading into Thursday, the cloud cover will start to thin out, but that process likely not taking place until later on in the afternoon. So our forecast on the hour by hour, the temperature tops out near 70 today, and you can see the trend as we head towards the weekend. We'll see those numbers back in the upper 70s by Friday. Of course, we'll talk about the weekend weather and maybe a little touch of fall in the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Did we hear that right?
Those were fighting words
Fall.
for Dan.
Boxing gloves, Dan?
Yeah.
I'm getting them ready.
I'll settle out of court with you for a pickle-flavored popsicle.
Oh.
Yeah, Mark is very upset that there are no more pickled flavor popsicles in the freezer.
That is surprising because they had a strong taste.
He's eating them every day.
I'm surprised.
They're good.
All right,
You said
thank you.
VegFest.
Yeah.
Thank you, McLean.
Yeah.
All right, let's go off the top now and start with some things that have piqued our interest this morning. I'll start things off today with a close call for 2 social media influencers. Nina Santiago and Patrick Blackwood were reviewing food at a restaurant in Houston, Texas, when the chaotic moments unfolded. Now, this happened over the weekend as they were reviewing the meal. An SUV crashed into the building. Look at that right there. Glass shards flew across the couple, leaving them with cuts. Now, they were hospitalized and had to get stitches, but did not have serious injuries, thankfully. They were actually able to walk out of the hospital. In a statement posted on their YouTube channel, the 2 said the SUV barreled toward them at 35 to 40 miles per hour. They go on to say they're, quote, shaken and forever changed. Another part of their statement reads, "We're aiming to be beyond great, amazing, and we're working on ourselves every day to become better people and crush our goals." This story, of course, went viral. It's literally everywhere. A lot of people are weighing in on social media, some actually calling the incident staged, despite the duo documenting their visit to the hospital and even coming back home. They actually went back out to eat in that 27-minute video. You can hear Nina saying that she has to face her PTSD, but a lot of the comments, other ones, are expressing shock and positivity for the influencers. Let's see if we can pull them up right here. One person saying, "Super smart to go right back to where it happened, to be honest. That way you don't give the situation power over you." Another person expressing similar sentiments. "So glad you guys are okay. It's awesome that you all went back regardless of the trauma, and it's very evident in the videos. I don't think I could go back for a while after something like that. Big love to you all." Another user, "I'm sorry that happened to you. Please do what you need to recover physically and mentally." This was often expressed throughout all of the comments, people giving out blessings and saying, like, make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Another person says, "I'm glad you guys are okay. That could have been worse. You are truly blessed. Your angels were working overtime that day." And when it comes to this incident, there are a bunch of questions that remain. One of them being, what led up to this crash? And I did a search. There is speculation online about what happened, but of course, nothing has been confirmed yet. Another question, who was behind the wheel? And all of this, I assume, will come out later on. I've been trying to find details about the investigation and who's leading it, but not much out there.
We know where it happened?
Yes, Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, listen, I mean, it's great to see that they are okay. Not the first time this has happened to vloggers.
Yeah.
Live on their streams and live on their feeds. I think there was one earlier this year and one late last year in New York City. You just got a lot of people on the road and a lot more people doing that kind of stuff, vlogging.
Yeah.
That cameras are always going.
It's truly amazing. It's something that you don't even think will happen. Like, you're sitting down enjoying your meal.
Yeah.
And you saw it right there in the video. They were genuinely shocked. And to see the moments, that really could have gone multiple different ways.
Sure.
And the glass shards themselves, someone had actually commented, I'm so glad it didn't go into your eye. Like, that could have been very serious. So they're thinking they're lucky stars. A lot of people are saying that you're truly blessed because, like, take another look. You're about to see it here. Look at that. It's, I can't imagine. And
I'm sorry, who's saying this is staged?
There's people online. There was YouTube comments. I didn't want to give them that attention by putting it in here, but if you go under the YouTube page and on X, for example, you do see those comments out there. So glad that they are okay. Obviously, this is trauma that they're going to have to recover from.
Yeah, absolutely.
And going out and sitting down and eating again, that is amazing on their part for facing it up front.
Sure. But also at the same time, the likelihood that this would, lightning striking twice kind of situation, you know?
Yeah.
So I think God willing, they're in good hands moving forward. So, yeah, we wish them well. All right, let's move along to mine. And for my off the top this morning, I want to talk about a new trend in Europe that I would absolutely gladly take part in. And no, it's not a fancy food tour or a Mediterranean cruise, though I wouldn't object to either of those. It's paying to attend a stranger's wedding. Yes, people, regular people, are now selling tickets to their weddings. And complete strangers are buying them. To party, to dance, to experience the vows. The idea started in France when a woman was renting out her home to wedding guests. Her 5-year-old asked, why don't we ever get invited to weddings? And boom, light bulb moment for mom. She launched a platform called Invite In, where couples post the date, time, location, and price of entry. And people apply to attend like it's a concert or a VIP dinner party. Prices range from 150 to 400 euros, which, yes, is pricey, but also is a bargain compared to what you can spend attending a wedding the traditional way. A gift for the couple, a gift for their baby, a gift for every birthday for that baby after that, plus the outfit, the travel, the cake that you pretend to like. Here, you pay once, you party hard, and you leave with zero emotional obligation. And here's the best part. You don't even have to crash anything. So you're a paying guest. You get a seat. You're not going to get arrested, Steph.
Okay.
I guess that's not a concern of yours.
No.
It's a concern of mine at many of the weddings I attend. You arrive on time. There are rules. You arrive on time. You dress appropriately. You drink moderately. And you don't post photos without permission. I'm sold on all of this. One woman who went said she didn't have a big family, so she never got to go to weddings, and she loved being a part of the experience, even if she didn't know this couple. And this isn't just a French thing. Italy has gotten in on this, too. A startup there called Wedding Privé offers luxury wedding experiences. Some tickets there cost between 1,000 and 5,000 euros. All for tourists who want to experience an authentic Italian ceremony, which I assume involves a string quartet, a vintage Fiat, and a lot of Prosecco.
Yeah.
So yes, it sounds like a wild thing at first, but tell me this doesn't sound better than half the weddings you've been dragged to, right?
I have never been to a wedding. So
What?
Yeah, I've been to a funeral, but I've never been to a wedding before.
Cut to the mark, Cam. Mark, what say you?
It seems a little pricey. Seems a little
Yeah.
pricey. I'm shocked that Steph has never been to a wedding.
But would you
Very
do
few things
something like
surprise me.
this?
Uh,
I can't believe you've never been to a wedding.
Never.
You need to have disposable income, though.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the dumbest idea
Yeah.
for.
Wow. No.
I'm not on
no.
board with this because weddings are so special because you know the couple
Yes.
or because you have a connection.
Why
No.
would I pay to go to a party where I can't get drunk? and
Okay.
have fun,
You want to know? Look, because it's better than those weddings because you meet people, you party, and you may fall in love with a European. What's hotter? I mean, better. Right?
I mean, the last option is like you're trying to convince me, but other than that, I mean,
I gotta pay for travel,
Yeah.
room and board,
Yeah.
and to attend the wedding.
No,
That is
you're
so dumb.
you're on vacation. You're on vacation
That's
already.
How I want to spend my vacation. Celebrating someone else's love.
yeah, I'm just not on board with
Sign me up,
down.
wee wee.
Maybe meet someone
I'm
from
talking to
England.
you. Yeah, you. All right, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who's eating some hot dogs on home base this Wednesday.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Don't forget that you can take us on the go with you wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Glam YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Arc Rochester returns after this.
There's nothing better than biting into a hot dog while at a baseball game. And tonight, the Red Wings are celebrating a specific food that has some deep roots in Rochester.
The team is stepping up to the plate for one night only under a new name, the White Hots, as a way to honor this sizzling hometown favorite. Our Chris Lopez has been live at Innovative Field all morning for us with more about tonight's celebration. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, 6:45 tonight at Innovative Field. The Rochester Red Wings will be transformed into the Rochester White Hots. You're going to have to wait, I'd say another 100 years before this happened. I'm here with Dan Mason, Hall of Famer, general manager of the Rochester White Hots for tonight. But this is a one-time event. But before we get to that, you guys have some stuff going on in the future, not in the near future, really. You guys are always doing something. Jerseys are changing tonight. They're going to change again come this weekend, right?
Correct. So only 11 home games left, including tonight. That's like really hard to believe that summer is kind of coming to a close. The season's coming to a close. Friday night will be Grateful Dead night. We'll be wearing these super cool jerseys. The team will be wearing these on the field, and you can see them in the back. That's commemorating the 60th anniversary of the Grateful Dead. We'll be having Grateful Dead music. Tom Constantin, who played keyboards for the Dead in the late 60s, went to Woodstock with the Dead. He'll be here. You can get a picture taken with Tom, get an autograph. So that'll be happening on Friday night. Saturday night will be Batman night. The players will be wearing Batman jerseys. Batman will be here. The Batmobile will be here. Bruce the Bat Dog will be here. And, of course, fireworks on Friday and Saturday. So all kinds of great stuff going on here the rest of the season.
Tonight, White Hot night, though. Just one of the many different displays of T-shirts that you have here. This is one right here. This is awesome. I haven't seen this yet. Then you guys have things like koozies, keychains, stickers, hats, jerseys, T-shirts, sweaters, quarter zips. I think I saw a baseball bat as well. When it comes to the marketing of this, like you're always doing something. Always.
Yeah.
Where does that need to kind of always switch it up, provide something new for the fans, give them a new experience? Where does that come from? Because it does all start with you.
Well, the only change is, the only constant is change, I like to say.
Okay.
And you have to keep it fresh for fans. You have to keep them entertained. That's what we're here to do. We're in the entertainment business. And so we always want to come up with something that's going to strike a chord with our fans. And usually we have found that if we do something very Rochester-centric, that people get a kick out of it. And people love Zweigle's White Hots, and it's unique to our community. And so we got together with Julie over at Zweigle's, Julie Camardo, the fifth-generation owner at Zweigle's, and said, we have this idea. What do you think about it? And she loved it, so here we are. And this has been about 2 years in the making. 2 years in the making. And we can't wait for tonight. $2 White Hots, aprons for the first 1,000 fans. So it's going to be a great night, all kinds of Rochester-themed promotions as well, and we can't wait.
First 1,000 fans, when he's talking about the apron, this is it right here. So you can get this. First 1,000?
First 1,000 fans, courtesy of Zweigle's, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Zweigle's White Hot Dog, a Rochester classic.
1925, that came together. Now, show me, in case we were here at about 7:05, we were showing off a lot of the swag, from the hats, the quarter zips. We may have a new audience right now.
Yeah.
So let's show them some of the stuff that they can expect when they come here.
Sure. Well, we got this T-shirt here. We have this, you know, if you love to represent the 585, we got this sweatshirt here. Your favorite, the quarter zip.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong in the winter with the quarter zip. Fellas, if you're just, essentially you're struggling to throw something on in the morning, can't go wrong with this. We haven't named the White Hot logo at all. Is it ever going to get a name, or is it just going to stay? We'll see in another 100 years.
Well, we'll see. You know, like we've thrown around a few ideas. Poppy might be one.
Okay.
Because you know, Big Poppy, that's a baseball name, and Poppy because it's a pop open hot dog. And
I love it.
Again, unique to Rochester.
Okay, tonight, 6:45, you guys are taking on the Toledo Mud Hens. You are not going to want to miss that. Weather's looking a lot better now than when we started at 6:30 in the morning. I don't know. We'll leave that up to Mark to decide that. Come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark. It's not raining right now.
It's not raining right now. Let's keep it that way. We'll be back probably in about 30 minutes or so. Stay tuned on ARC Rochester.
Hey, Chris, quick question. Will you ask Dan Mason if they have plans to bring back any vintage logos from different time periods of the Red Wings?
Any plans to bring back vintage logos from any of the time periods since, like, 1925 or something like that?
Well, we're always kind of bringing those logos back. I think you see, like, the ball with the wings logo with the City of Rochester logo in the middle of the ball with the wings.
Oh, okay.
This is our Dead Wings logo, which features our late 80s, early 90s logo mashed up with the Grateful Dead logo.
Right on.
So we're always playing with our vintage logos for sure.
Very cool. Good stuff. All right, Lopez, thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey, don't go anywhere, because when ARC Rochester returns, it's this morning's weather trivia.
Yeah, Mark McLean will join us on the other side of the break.
Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday.
This is a
You
very
skipped over Wednesday.
No, go to the mattresses.
The
Do you know the
Godfather.
reference? Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's going back a bit.
Okay.
Just a tad.
Welcome back. Meteorologist Mark McLean is with us once again with a look at today's rain showers, some clouds out there, and weather trivia.
Yeah, lots to talk about. Kind of using the theme of tropical storms this week, hurricane season, that kind of thing. And today's trivia, right along those lines. So there's a name list that comes out every single year. It's got 21 names on it, but the alphabet has 26 letters. So which of the following letters aren't used formally in the start of storm names? Is it the letter V? Is it the letter Q? And you can have multiple selections for this, okay? The letter Y or the letter Z?
I have the ding dong.
Okay.
That one has to be C, because Irene, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking of, right? Or cyclone, is that different than?
No, that would include hurricanes, tropical storms. It's just this tropical cyclone is the whole family of that.
Oh, gosh.
So
Wait,
I don't know.
wait.
you can have multiple answers, yes.
Each year we have 21 official tropical cyclone names, but the alphabet has 26 letters. which letters aren't used each year.
Yeah.
And we're talking about letters at the beginning.
Yes, of the names.
Of the
Yeah,
name.
of the names. Yep.
And
then
so there are multiple correct answers.
multiple correct answers on this one. Yes.
Okay.
So we're looking for the wrong answer.
Pretty much. It could be. You could look at it that way.
Okay.
And then if we exhaust this name list, we actually go over to the Greek alphabet. And we had to do that a number of years ago because we had so many storms in the Atlantic Basin. We had to go to alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta.
So on that list, there's only one letter that's not used
well,
to start.
not necessarily. There could be multiple correct answers.
I give up on this question.
Yeah.
So are we? What are we asking for? The ones that
right
are
answers.
used, or the ones that aren't used?
The
The
ones that
right
aren't-
answers.
Yeah, the right answers. The ones that aren't used.
The ones that aren't used.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, then I was right, I think.
We will have the answer coming
Okay.
up at 9 o'clock.
If you think you know the answer, weigh in.
Help us out.
'Cause we need some help this morning. Yes.
Well, speaking of storms, there's a Category 2 storm named Aaron right there on your screen. Look at the cloud field expand with that system.
Wild.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a pretty big storm now. 100-mile-per-hour winds, north-northwest movement at 13 miles per hour. Anyone down in the Carolinas is going to start to see the outer clouds with this in the next few hours as it starts to move towards land. But the nice part is it's going to take a turn out to the Atlantic. So we're not going to have to deal with the landfall with this system. It's going to stay just off the coast. Now, Cape Hatteras, some of those outer banks there in North Carolina, might a spiral rain band from that system just scrape the outer banks? It's possible, but right now it looks like it's going to stay just offshore and then swoop back through the North Atlantic with its heavy rainfall. And speaking of rainfall, it's a Wednesday thing. Look at this.
Apparently.
That's wild.
Isn't it? It's just funny how the randomness of weather works sometimes. The 6th, the 13th. Now, so far today, we've had 42 hundredths of an inch. Well, we'll put that number in at the end of the day. And it's basically going to double the rainfall that we've had for the month. I mean, we've had about a half an inch, and we've had 42 hundredths today. So just interesting right there. And look at Ontario. Over an inch of rain. That's garden greening stuff right there. Rush, 0.8 of an inch. Waterloo, some areas like Jordan out into central New York. In excess of an inch of rain. Batavia, solid 3/4 of an inch. So it's been a while since we've had anything like this. 60-degree dew point and a 61-degree temperature. That means that the atmosphere is pretty close to saturation, and it's going to stay that way through the course of today as that front sinks to the southeast. There goes a lot of that rain. Some of the thunder down into Livingston County. That's pretty much over with at this point as that next system starts to move out of the picture. So when do we get rid of the clouds? Not today. We're living under the clouds tonight, too, and tomorrow morning. It's probably going to be tomorrow afternoon, as you can see that cloud cover finally thinning out for us. But forecast-wise, if we don't hit 70 today, that's the first time since the middle of June in Rochester that we would not reach 70 degrees. I know,
Isn't that sad?
it is. It's that time of the year,
For
though.
you.
Some people, Christian loves this stuff, right?
Yeah.
He was telling us the other day, right?
I like the outfits.
Upper 50s tonight, mainly cloudy, and if we do get 70 today, I can tell you when we won't get 70, and that's going to be the middle of next week. Your weekend forecast looks good. Friday, Saturday, maybe an isolated thunder shower Sunday, but by the middle of next week, it may be a struggle to get temps in the mid-60s. We'll see.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
well below our normal right now is still 80 degrees.
I'm feeling sick midweek next week.
Are
For
you?
like half of the week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think
Everyone's supposed to be back together, and you're going to mess it up.
No, Marty's out next week.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's not going to be until September.
Yeah,
That's,
September when we're all back together. So I think I got some personal days I got to cash.
Was it early July? I mean, it's been a while since everyone, yeah.
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 Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Vacays.
They are, and listen, it's back to school season approaching very, very quickly.
That's sneaking up fast.
I don't know if you guys have been in any of the stores lately. No.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet?
I try to stay away.
What?
Yeah.
I know the wife.
The young Kimberly takes them shopping.
The young
Yeah.
Kimberly takes
Yes.
them shopping.
Yep.
How come we don't do that?
I was working here on that day.
Okay.
Maybe on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, intentionally. All right, McLean. Thank you.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got so much more to come here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this. 6:32 this Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. A local blood drive honoring a Vietnam veteran and beloved community member is being held this coming Saturday.
Yeah, in memory of Sergeant Gary Bykirk, the blood drive is serving as a way to keep his legacy alive. Here to tell us more is the daughter of Sergeant Bykirk, Stephannie. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So I want to start off before we get into the event. Tell us a little bit about Sergeant Bykirk.
Well, my dad was definitely meaningful to this community. He was a Medal of Honor recipient. He grew up in Greece. He was a guidance counselor for 25 years. So he touched a lot of lives in this community.
He certainly did. And what you're doing to honor him and his memory is also going to have a huge impact and touch maybe even more lives in his honor. Yes. Where did the idea for this blood drive come from? So
the county partnered with my family, did it 4 years ago as a way to be a living memorial for him. And you know, each donation saves 3 lives. So, you know, you compound that one donation by 3. So the idea of having a living memorial just really meant a lot. The community turned out, and every year we've had a pretty good turnout.
Wow, that is truly amazing. And when you think about just the comparison, the saving lives right now with this blood drive, but also the work that he has done,
yes.
I think that's truly amazing to have that in the community.
Yes, yes.
What do you think your father would think of this today?
Well, giving blood was very important to him. He gave blood all the time. That was just a part of his life. So I think he would definitely be smiling down. There's a lot of work he's done in this community. Between the Veterans Outreach Center and being a founder of that, and just, my dad was one that was very personable and personal to you. When he spoke to you, you felt like you were the only one in the room. The biggest thing that warms my family's heart with this blood drive is every year people come in, community members, and just share their stories, whether it's a student or someone he went to high school with or a veteran that he touched along the way. So we want to continue to do this as long as we can, and partnering with the Red Cross and helping their mission is very important.
When it comes to some people, they might get a little squeamish when it comes to blood. But what would you say to them to convince them that this is worth coming out and it's not as bad as it sounds?
It's definitely not as bad as it sounds at all. We have snacks there for you. You want to take a little rest after just to make sure, hydrate, but it's really easy and simple, and the staff is so good and makes you relaxed.
Yeah.
And the wild part about it is every single donation has the ability to impact 3 lives, save 3 lives, which is truly incredible. Yeah. One person, one act, and what's it take? 15 minutes.
Yes. Yep, it does. And what a difference you can make in that little bit of sacrifice. And that was what my dad was about, was sacrifice and doing for others. So, we have 19 people signed up right now. Our goal is 35, so we have a bit to go. And it's always kind of a push at the end. We really ask that people do sign up, even if you don't know the time you're coming, just so the Red Cross has people on staff. We had quite a number of people show up the last 2 years and had to wait, and some couldn't wait. So if you sign up and you really don't know the time, it's okay if you come at a different time, but there is a link to sign up. You can go to my Facebook page, Stephannie Bykirk. I know the Veterans Outreach Center has shared it as well, and the Red Cross, so it's easy to find. So we do ask that you sign up. If you have to just show up, please come. Even if you just want to, talk and share stories. We'd love if you give blood, but just come on down to support.
Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. And we'll definitely put a link to that blood drive happening this Saturday on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Stephannie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
For your time and for continuing this tradition.
Thank you.
Stick around. We have so much more to come on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're once again checking back in with Chris Lopez, who's on base with the Red Wings this morning.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
Well, it all started right here in Rochester, the White Hot, a hometown favorite, and it was created 100 years ago.
Yeah, to celebrate this big milestone, the Red Wings have teamed up with Zweigels for a one-night-only White Hot extravaganza. For all the action from tonight's game and what you can expect, Chris Lopez, he's live in the batting cage this morning, warming up with the players, looking like a real baseball professional, Chris.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Dan. Not the players, though. I'm hanging out with Dan Mason. He's responsible for the players being on this team. And tonight, 6:45 against the Toledo Mud Hens, you can expect to see these jerseys right here being displayed, as well as this hat being worn, because the Rochester Red Wings will be transformed into the Rochester White Hots. Dan Mason, you are essentially, half the creator of this? We'll give Zweigels some credit, would you say?
Of course.
2 years in the making.
Yeah.
Anyone who wasn't tuning in or just tuning in now, they want to head to the game tonight. Hopefully it's clear, no rain or anything like that. What do we have going on? Because there's giveaways. There's $2 White Hots. What else you have?
We've got apron giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, courtesy of Zweigels. We've got $2 White Hots. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We've got all kinds of Rochester-centric promotions. We're going to be bobbing for White Hots in Genesee River water. We're going to be doing a human White Hot toppings relay race. All kinds of other great Rochester-centric promos, all in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Zweigels White Hot Dog, a Rochester classic. That was ripped.
The Performance Center, brand new. How's it been treating you guys? We were here when you guys pretty much opened this up for an Arc Rochester show. It was opening day for you guys.
Right.
It's been quite a bit of time since then. How has this helped out the players so far?
Oh, they love it. Not only the players on the Red Wings, but players on the visiting teams that have come to town this year. They rave about it. It's one of the better facilities in the minor leagues, and even better than some performance centers and batting cages. Are you sure you don't want a career in baseball? Because I might have to steal you from Channel 13 and have you.
I'm positive. I want to report on baseball. I do not want to be in the batter's box, possibly striking out just like that, taking a sinker. But Dan, the season's coming to an end.
Yeah.
Right? You only have a few games left. How has it been so far? I mean, you've had a really good week so far. You got inducted into the Red Wings Hall of Fame. Congratulations, by the way. You are now a Hall of Famer. Season's coming to an end. How's it been this year?
It's been fun. You know, we had some weather challenges, certainly early in the season. But since then, we've been having a blast. And we got a good squad right now. And, but hard to believe, only 11 more home games left. So we have 5 more this week. We're home tonight through Sunday, and then we go on the road for 2 weeks, and then we're back September 9th through the 14th, and then that's it. So if you haven't been to a game yet this year, tonight would be a great reason to come out to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Zweigels White Hot, $2 White Hots, aprons to the first 1,000 fans, and it's just going to be a great night to celebrate Rochester.
How does it feel to be a Hall of Famer? I got to ask you, how does it feel? I know you don't want the attention, but you are a Hall of Famer, so how does it feel?
Well, it was a very special night for my family and I. Naomi Silver and the rest of the front office staff here did an amazing job and surprised me with a lot of different things on Saturday night. And so I can't thank them enough and can't thank the fans enough for their support over the years. Oh! Whew. Right back at me.
And that baseball was towards you. This is a question towards you. When you started in 1990 as an intern, could you have imagined being the youngest GM 5 years later, and then a few years after that, we'll say 20, 25 years after that, being a Hall of Famer? Did you have any plans to do that, to take over minor league, be a Hall of Famer, be the GM for this long?
No, I think I'm very blessed, and I had never, You know, when you start a new chapter in your life, you're never sure how it's going to turn out, right? And I never knew that that chapter would morph into a novel full of an amazing cast of characters over the years, and it's just been it's been a blast. And can't thank everybody, you know, my hardworking staff over the years, both the people that are here now and the people that came before them. They're the ones that really that I share that plaque with, because they're the ones that made it all happen.
It's a team effort, and tonight is a team effort. 6:45, it will be the Rochester White Hots taking on the Toledo Mud Hens. Don't miss out. First 1,000 people, get one of these bad boys here, $2 White Hots. It's going to be a White Hot extravaganza, for a lack of better words. We got much more ARC Rochester coming up for you after this break. See ya.
.48 this Wednesday. Hey, coming up this Sunday, Rochester VegFest is back at Parcel 5, and it's more delicious than ever, bringing plant-based offerings to the community.
This morning, we're continuing to preview some of the delicious food vendors. We're joined now by Allie Lawrence, the founder and owner of Spirit and Abundance LLC. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about Spirit and Abundance.
Yeah, so I make plant-based artisanal cheese. Everything I do, I utilize traditional cheese making techniques and traditional dairy cheese cultures as well to create a delicious product that I like to say is omnivore tested and approved.
Okay, for somebody sitting at home, when they hear dairy-free cheese, they say, huh? It's almost an oxymoron. What is it?
Yeah, so cheese, dairy-free cheese, like I said, I use traditional cheese making techniques. So I make my own cashew or almond milk, depending on the cheese. It goes through a culturing process, a draining process, and an aging process, very similar to how you would make a dairy-free cheese at home or in a artisanal cheese maker.
Really?
Yes.
It goes through that same aging process.
It does, yes. It is a little bit condensed.
Sure.
So my longest aged cheeses are that I have regularly are about 8 weeks old, which is young in terms of cheese.
Sure.
And I want to get into the cheeses that are here, but I'm really curious about how you sort of got started into this. How'd you find your way into the vegan cheese space?
Yeah, so I actually went to culinary school for baking and pastry, and food has always been my passion. I've been in this industry for a long time. And I started my business teaching cooking classes, actually, and transitioned during the pandemic to making cheeses as I was making them at home, experimenting with them, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, these are delicious, you should sell them. I was like, I don't have time. 2020, we all have the time, right? So I decided to try something new, kind of snowballed and taken on a life of its own, and it's a really fun thing to get to do every day.
Now, for somebody sitting at home, they want to learn more about the business or they want some of this cheese. How do they get it?
Yeah, so I do pre-orders for pickup at my production space on 95 Mount Reed Boulevard, door 14. I also do wholesale with Lori's Natural Foods in the freezer section. Grass-fed vegan butcher, who you had on last week, I believe, has my cheeses, as well as Redbird Market in Fairport.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
All right.
Okay.
So can we dive in?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Tell us what are we going to be trying? Steph, I'm just going to grab a plate and hold it.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this.
Yeah, so that is actually my mold ripened brie. That is using the traditional brie cultures that you would find with dairy cheese making. That mold is the rind is edible. I call that New Bloom. It's aged for 6 weeks.
Oh, you already went into it?
Yeah. And if you're familiar with brie, if viewers are familiar with brie, it does actually melt and get gooey in the center in the oven. So if you wanted to do like a baked brie situation, it would absolutely work.
Not going to lie.
It's
Quite good.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to finish my piece.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite.
I like that.
Yeah. So this is Kindle. This is my top selling cheese, typically the one that I recommend for folks who are new to dairy-free cheese. It is like a smoked Gouda. I do smoke my cashews, so a lot of plant-based smoked cheeses use liquid smoke.
Okay.
The flavor doesn't really integrate very well at all. And by smoking the cashews, you get just a really more well-rounded, integrated flavor that kind of carries.
Let's see if I can do
Wow.
this correctly. All right, not bad. All right, I'm gonna give it a try.
You know,
The
forgive
smoky
me.
flavor comes through.
I have been vegan for a couple of decades now. Smoked Gouda was one of my favorite cheeses. And I'll tell you what. Listen, I know this is strange. It tastes incredible.
Thank you.
That tastes delicious.
It tastes like barbecue.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
like-
know which
yeah.
one I like, but I think I'm
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back in.
So what other kinds of cheeses do you make?
I make a selection. So I have a cheddar. I make a kind of cream cheese style cheese, a garlic and herb boursin, and a goat cheese inspired log that's rolled in edible flowers and herbs, which is quite popular with folks putting things out for boards. So yeah.
That's amazing. I'm wondering, when you mentioned the boursin, on TikTok especially, I know a lot of people do a bunch of pasta recipes using that.
It would work so well. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm always looking for a good vegan substitute for the cheeses,
Sure.
especially, so that is good
Yeah.
to know.
Do you do a feta?
So I don't. Feta has eluded me.
Okay.
It is somehow a very difficult cheese for me to get consistently because I'm utilizing traditional techniques. They don't always translate well to the cashews or the almonds that I'm using, and so it's just basically a lot of like R&D, a lot of trial and error to find out like getting the recipe right and then getting it consistently, coming out right.
Well, listen, if you need someone to sample and tell you if you're on the right track or you're falling short, let me know.
Yeah.
Service is gratis. You don't even have to pay me. This is delightful. Where can people find you at VegFest this Sunday?
Yeah, so I'll be vending at VegFest. I don't know exactly where, but you will see me at Parcel 5. And then I am also part of the Vegan Entrepreneur Panel, which I believe you're emceeing.
Yes.
So super excited to have that conversation and see everybody come out.
Terrific.
Do you know what time the panel is? I'd love to come out and
Oh yeah,
support.
panel begins at 3:30, from 3:30 to 4:30.
All right.
Somewhere at Parcel 5.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not. It's a big place, but it's all open field, so very easy to spot.
You'll see where people are. You'll
Yeah.
see where people are. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got much more to come on ARC Rochester.
We'll be back right after this.
Much more to come here on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour, including our CSD teachers and the union speaking out as some teachers say they've gone as long as 4 weeks without being paid. A closer look at how and when the issue will be resolved coming up in this morning's Reporter Recap.
And then there's nothing like juicy, delicious burgers. But this one, you may want to check the ingredients first. We'll tell you all about it coming up in this morning's Trending Now.
Stick around. ARC Rochester returns right after this. o'clock on this August 20th. Thanks so much for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Stephannie Joseph.
I'm Dan Schrack. That's meteorologist Mark McLean back with us with another check of the forecast, as well as the answer to today's weather trivia. And we're again going with hurricane facts.
Hurricane, yeah, and the name list that comes out every year. So, you know, when we have a big storm like a Katrina, like an Agnes that comes through, those names get retired. And if the name gets retired, then we need it in 6 years. We need to find another name to replace that name that got retired.
Has there ever been a Quincy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm feeling you out on that one.
Or Yasmin?
Oh, boy. You know?
That sounds familiar.
21 names each year.
A Zendaya?
No.
26 letters in the alphabet. Of the 4 choices there.
Hurricane Victor.
Has there ever been a Victor? What's your vector, Victor?
Oh, Lord.
Christian got it. Airplane, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but wait. Remind us again what we're looking for.
The right answer. So this would be the letters never used on this list.
Okay, so...
Okay. So Q.
Of course.
Y.
Yeah.
And...
Z.
Z.
Q, Y, and Z.
But there's a lot of
We got lots of C's and D's.
Because V is the only one on that list that is used,
Makes
correct?
you think, though. I knew this one would make you think. Yep.
So...
But
again,
you said B, C, and D, right?
No.
No?
I was going to say A, B, and D.
I'm saying V can be used. There can be a Hurricane Victor.
Okay.
And then I'm saying there's not going to be a Hurricane Quincy. There's not going to be a Hurricane Yvonne.
Yes.
There's not going to be a Hurricane...
You're thinking correctly about this.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's your final answer?
Yes.
Boom.
Well,
there you go.
There you go. Right. So here's.
You got it right, Steph.
No, I didn't.
No,
you did. You
got it right, Steph.
So the following letters aren't used on the hurricane name list each season. They're listed at the bottom of the screen there: Q, U, X, Y, and Z. There's just not enough names to replace. If we had to use those names, we could come up with a name for each one of those, like you said, Quincy or something like that. But it would be very difficult, say, if we had to retire 5, 6, 8 storm names. They used to name them after, they used to name the storms after sailors' wives and girlfriends. So they'd write Dear John letters home in the late 40s, early 50s, some of the guys that were on missions, and they would pick some of the names off of the letters. And that's where it all started. And they say, well, maybe we should make this more formal process. And, now it goes male, female, different ethnicities. And, it's
I would imagine some of those wives were pretty upset that they were being compared to hurricanes.
What's life like at home?
Right. Oh, it could be a fly on the wall.
Let's go to something. Let's go to Pet of the Week. Was that Pet of the Week or Muddy Paw Outlook?
Muddy Paw Outlook. Yes.
We were just talking about Pet of the Week.
Ooh, we have a Sir. He's got a title.
Sir Riley is today's doggy of the day, right there. Look at that tongue hanging out. Living the good life right there, my friend. Wednesday, of course, it's wet paws out there today, and it could even be early tomorrow. We'll have to see about that. But I think by Friday, Saturday, we'll have to watch this again for Sunday would be the next chance of having some wet paws. And I think it's just a little drizzle tomorrow in the morning, so it's not going to be a huge deal for you. But check the rainfall out. Some of the estimates down towards Canandaigua, over an inch, closer to 2. Sometimes the Doppler overdoes the estimate a little bit, but 1.3 inches there in northern Livingston County. Some spots only got about 1/10 of an inch of rain, so we are looking for more rain in the forecast. And officially, the city number is going to end up, by the end of today, probably about 45/100ths of an inch. So it's going to help this out. The drought monitor, of course, this report comes in tomorrow. We'll have an update on this for you. But moderate drought west of Rochester, abnormally dry all around Rochester. So this rain was certainly very welcome out there this morning. We've got 62 degrees, southeast breeze at 10. And humidity is at 93%. So we could have some fog. Yeah, when it gets that high, You could have some low clouds and fog. That's the kind of thing that can develop when you have a very saturated atmosphere, as we do this morning. Ultimate Doppler radar shows that activity drifting off to the east-southeast and out of the picture. So most of the rain that will fall has already fallen out there as that storm system kind of zips by to our southeast. The futurecast, though, notice how there's still a few green dots out there, even overnight tonight. Most of the time should stay dry for us, but it's really not going to be until tomorrow afternoon that the cloud cover really starts to thin out and we get back to some dry weather. So the Gulfcast today, it could be a little tough initially, some showers around through the early and mid-morning. We'll see that high temperature in the upper 60s, so that's one of our coolest days so far this summer. I believe 70 is the coolest day that we had, and that was just a couple of days ago. Upper 50s, mainly cloudy, light mist and drizzle tonight. And the 7-day forecast has clouds fading for Friday. Saturday, Sunday, we'll see temps back into the 80s and then drop back through the 70s next week. That trend will continue midweek and late week next week. Looks like some of the coolest air so far.
Yeah, get your snow shovels ready.
Well, you know, I never take the snow brush out of the car.
No, it's always in the
It's
car.
always in the back somewhere.
Even the
Always,
ice
always.
pick.
We live in Western New York.
Yeah, you got to have that. Always have to have that.
Yeah.
And I always have a winter coat in the trunk, too.
No
Oh, really?
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's always there because I'm lazy. And I might as well just leave that one in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always have a blanket at least. So that's always a good thing to keep in the car.
Yeah, some gloves in there.
Gloves,
I have a
blanket,
blow-up bed in
and a shovel, a small shovel. Just in
Oh,
case-
really?
Just in case you need to dig out, you know, a tire or something.
Yeah.
A little handheld shovel.
Buries the bodies. All right, McLean, thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey, don't go far. We've got much more to come on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, it's this morning's Reporter Recap.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Arc Rochester returns after this. Send us your garden questions. I forgot. News at 13wham.com or on the 13 Wham Facebook page. We will get those questions answered. There it is. We'll show you the information as well. Send those garden questions to us. Bonus points if you send it in the form of a video. Stick around. We're back after this. 9:10 this morning, and for today's reporter recap, we're taking a closer look at the meeting happening today between more than 100 RCSD teachers who've gone weeks now without pay.
The problem started when the district switched to a new payroll system last month.
Today, the Teachers Association will meet with the superintendent to find out how and when this issue gets resolved.
13 WHAM's Stephen Pappas spoke with the union president and an educator still waiting to be paid.
Since the start of summer school in early July, some RCSD teachers have not seen a paycheck.
Then from the 14th, my program is only 4 weeks. So from the 14th through August 8th, I went that entire time, all 4 weeks of the summer school program without receiving payment.
This all starting due to a change in the district's payroll system from the PeopleSoft platform to the Oracle platform. Dan, who is a teacher in the district, initially thought his case was a one-off issue until he learned that around 150 teachers are experiencing similar issues. He just finished up teaching summer school and says teachers are still showing up to work despite not getting paid.
Some programs are still going on. Some programs still had summer school today. You know, people are still going to work, 2 weeks after I'm done, and they're still not getting paid.
The RCSD Teachers Union now offering interest-free emergency loans through Advantage Federal Credit Union of up to $2,000 to impacted teachers to help ease the burden, a move that just doesn't sit right with Dan.
I would say offering a loan for money that we've already earned is perhaps a little insulting because, again, the amount that's offered doesn't even come close to covering the weeks that we've missed of pay.
Union President Adam Urbanski says the loans are meant to be a temporary fix and says the frustration should be aimed at the district.
It's definitely insulting for the district not to be able to pay its employees.
The district releasing a statement Monday to 13 WHAM News that reads in part, quote, "This issue is not widespread and we continue to identify and correct issues on a case-by-case basis, something Dan feels is hard to believe."
And I can say from my experience, it took 4 hours to fix the issue and then another week to see my check. And I only saw a portion of it. So if all those people all had to spend 4 hours, right, it starts to add up pretty quickly. Like, do you really want to spend those 500, personnel hours on doing work that should have been done by the software that you bought?
And with the first day of school right around the corner, Urbanski worries the issues will persist when the first bell rings.
There is no convincing evidence whatsoever that the district has a path towards solving this problem.
Stephen Pappas, 13 WHAM News.
And Christian Garzone joins us now. He's been following this story this morning. And Christian, I know you've covered the RCSD extensively during your time here in Rochester. And I think one of the big questions that a lot of people are asking, because we do have comments, we do.
Oh, yeah.
One of the big questions people are asking is, how is it that the city school district with $1 billion budget doesn't have an office where I can go and get we're going to write you a check right here, right now?
Yeah, and even Adam Urbanski, the last time I spoke with him, which was a story more about contract extensions, things like that, he said they have billions in reserves, with a B, billions. That's there. And he was saying, like, at the time, why can't we work on these contracts a little bit better and focus more on retention with this money that we have sitting around? That's according to Urbanski. It's an excellent question. And the fact that it's concerning, 4 hours to fix the problem for that teacher, Dan, I think his name was, that's a lot of personnel time.
Only to get part of the pay.
Part of the pay.
Not even what he was fully due, he says.
Yeah, and really what Urbanski said in there as well, like this doesn't really help when it comes to retaining teachers or recruiting new educators. They see something like this and they're not going to say like, hey, sign me up. And the last time I spoke with Adam Urbanski, I forget when it was, I think it was July, I was speaking to somebody else in the office who said, Christian, we just lost 2 teachers today in that morning period when I was there. And I think last year, they lost about 250 teachers total for the district. 80 teachers retired and about 170 just left in the middle of the school year. But I think it's issues like this that make people say, hey, I might go elsewhere or whatever. They're losing them to a lot of suburban districts, I heard, Webster, Irondequoit, things like that. Yeah, it's just definitely a real bump in the road. Either if you're teaching summer school or you're just trying to collect your paycheck, 150 having these issues as they navigate to a new system upgrade, tremendously frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not just teachers that leave this district. Look at the track record of superintendents.
Yeah.
It's a revolving door in
it
that
is.
superintendent's office.
Yeah.
Eric Rosser now taking over.
Leslie Myers-Small, right? Wasn't it before?
Yep.
Before that was interim. Demario Strickland. Before that was
Terry Dade, right?
No.
Peluso, Dr. Carmine.
Dr. Carmine Peluso.
Yeah.
Then
Before
Leslie
that.
Myers-Small. Then Terry Dade.
It's tough to keep track at a certain point.
Exactly.
At the last station I was at, every week it was an RCSD story. We used to make the joke on RCSD season 21.
Yeah.
Because it was just always something new. And I think people have the best intentions in mind, but everyone's question is always like, why can't they get it together?
Absolutely.
It's always something. So you feel for these teachers and the lack of pay. Hope it gets worked out, but 4 hours spending, messing around trying to get your credentials in order. Wow.
Just ridiculous. Ashley, let's bring up some of these comments if we can. A lot of people sounding off on Facebook, social media. Tony saying, here's an idea. Get your checkbook out and write a check to the teachers. It's the school district's fault.
Another user saying, why can't they just write them checks? Seriously, no one has that authority.
Yeah, one would think. Andrea says, and what's going to happen when the rest of the staff returns in September?
Yeah.
How many more people will not be paid? And listen, that's a reasonable question to
First
be
day of
asking.
school, we're on the cusp of it.
Yes.
On the corner. Raylene says, this is ridiculous. If I was a RCSD teacher, I wouldn't be showing up for the new school year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people, they don't like this. Teacher strike for all those affected. Who will teach in September? Not them. Do it.
And another person says, it's bad enough teachers are underpaid and overworked.
Joey says they should be getting interest on this money that they're owed.
And that's another point before we get into the next comment is we heard about the interest-free loans that are being offered.
Yeah.
And Dan actually brought up a point where he didn't see that was an adequate enough response because it was $2,000, right?
Yeah, and I think the RTA is putting that together.
You're right.
So yeah, but it's still $2,000. It sounds like a good lump sum, but when you think about not getting paid for an extended duration,
Covers rent for somebody for the month.
very good point.
Very
good point.
That's not doing anything. And then again, having to take out a loan
Yeah.
for money that you earned
Yeah.
has got to be frustrating for these people.
And RCSD did say in the package, in case you didn't catch it at home, that they say the issue is not widespread, but they continue to identify things on a case-by-case basis.
Not widespread, but we know roughly 150 teachers impacted thus far.
150, yeah, as they migrate to, I believe it's Oracle they're going to, the new payroll system.
Not widespread, but put yourself in one of their shoes.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot of uncertainty.
All right, Christian, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, stick around. When Arc Rochester returns this morning, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have people talking today.
We're back on the other side of the break. to see what's trending now. And let's start with a little scene setting. So it's a hot summer day. The grill's fired up. You're getting ready to enjoy dinner on the patio.
Okay.
And you just can't wait to eat. Oh no, because on the menu tonight is cat food.
What? This could one day become a reality thanks to a Michelin-starred chef who created a burger made from cat food. Okay, what?
The renowned chef and animal lover worked with London-based cat food brand Catkin to create the burger.
The cat food mix, which contains meats usually
Plural.
served to cats, was shaped into a patty, then coated in panko breadcrumbs before being thrown on a few before cat food toppers were thrown on top.
Okay. From there, the chef smothered the burger in ricotta and Parmesan cheese, a lemon spread, and some bacon jam made with other cat food.
It was served on a ciabatta bun with lettuce, sun-dried tomatoes, cucumber, and some hot honey. It was served to a handful of patrons.
I mean, ciabatta on its own, great. The vegetables, great. I don't know if this was...
I'm confused. Why are we cooking cat food?
Oh, she took a bite. When tasted, people were shocked at how good it was. Some even claiming it was the best burger they ever had.
Another person said it tastes just like the meat they buy themselves at home.
That's a little scary. Are we using our meat thermometers?
Listen, yeah, I'm against it. Here's my thought process.
He has cats.
You're eating this. It's meats.
Plural.
It's just meats.
They said the majority of the meat was chicken,
Oh,
but
okay.
there was other meat in it. So they couldn't
What?
just say it was just chicken, you know what I mean?
What would it be the other meat?
I'm assuming fish. I'm
Oh.
assuming some kinds of fish.
You ever had a fish burger? No.
Nope, can't
Well-
say that I have.
Makes sense.
I think, listen, I'm not going to get into it, but unless you're raising these animals and taking them to slaughter, I think this whole industry blows my mind because people have no idea what goes into that sandwich that they're consuming.
I will say in the U.S.
And
we've
it's
seen,
bothersome.
Like meat prices, for example, red meat prices go up significantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is a way to offer an alternative that could be cheaper.
You want to know what's cheaper? Go plant-based. Just stop eating your cat food burgers.
It can be a tad.
Yes, it can be cheaper. Let's move on. We're going to go to a video that's now going viral. A mother is issuing a warning to parents, recommending them to take a closer look at their children's clothing before buying it.
All right, in the TikTok video, the mother explains how one day when her child was napping, she took a closer look at some of the text printed on one of her daughter's dresses.
The dress was what seemed to be an Easter-themed dress, decorated with bunnies, jelly beans, baby chicks, and eggs.
She explained that after inspecting the phrases written, she was absolutely disgusted as to what she found.
Along the dress were the phrases, "Want to have an Easter egg hunt under the covers?"
Another one saying, "This coupon entitles you," I don't even want to say it, "one free peep show."
And then it said some really disgusting,
pretty
vulgar
vulgar.
things
don't
that
think we
should
should read
not
any
be
more of
on
those.
a child's item, clothing
That's terrible.
at all.
Disgusting is the right reaction. Now, the mother said she can't remember where she bought the dress, but she issued a plea to viewers for help.
Yeah, commenters were horrified and started searching for the original seller of this dress.
And after some digging, commenters found out the dress was made by the U.S. small business Lely & Co., I believe.
Okay. The company issued an apology regarding the dress, saying this particular piece was a resale item from a vendor and that the offensive wording was not recognized beforehand.
The dress was taken off the website for sale, and the brand said they were in the process of taking any and all necessary legal actions against the vendor.
So, Ashley, you might have the answer to this. The tag on the inside, was the tag on the inside Lely & Co.?
Yeah.
Or it was?
So it was, so they got it at the company from a resale vendor, and they marketed it as their own.
And they don't look at the product.
That's a big thing, is why people are going against,
Yeah.
going at them. Yep.
So there's zero quality guarantee from a company that doesn't know what they're selling you.
It's
Wow, these stories are really
they're tough
irking
today.
me today.
Yeah.
This is not the same kind of trending segment we had on Monday or Tuesday.
Talk about
This
your
is like,
360.
how much can we tick Dan off?
Yeah, I mean, reasonably
I don't like
so.
either of those stories, but
Yeah.
we're going to continue on.
Yeah.
Because if you have a dog or a cat who might have a couple of extra pounds, I know I do, a new diet option could hit the market soon, and it may sound familiar. No.
It's Ozempic. Ozempic for pets.
Yeah.
So the combination of the two.
According to research, 60% of dogs and cats nationwide are overweight, leading to serious health issues, sky-high vet bills, and shorter life expectancy.
Always on the treadmill.
I know.
Pharmaceutical companies are currently tapping into the same science behind blockbuster weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy to develop similar treatments for pets.
Yeah, one biotech firm says they're working to roll out a long-acting implant designed to support weight loss in dogs and cats by the end of the decade.
Now, the device is said to deliver a dose of medication that is similar to the active ingredients found in the human drugs Wegovy or even Zepbound.
The medication will mimic the physiological effects of fasting without requiring significant changes in feeding routines or disrupting the human-animal bond.
Early studies in cats showed promising results, with at least 5% of their body weight being lost over 112 days.
The trial is now being expanded to include dogs. I just need to listen. I'm a sucker for. Can we have a treat?
Can we have a treat?
I mean, and that's the look, and they walk right over it. Can we have a treat?
No. Well, you say yes.
I say yes. Okay. Or you just had one.
I mean, do they offer like lighter treats, like thinner
diet treats?
No, lighter treats. Like like something thinner.
Like
less...
Snackwells?
Sure, I don't know what that is.
That was a diet cookie that used to be on the market. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking like mini sizes.
I mean, they're cat treats. They're the size of like your pinky fingernail. They're already small. But when you give them to the cats, 6-7 times a day because...
Do they have calories on those labels?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's required.
Okay.
Maybe it is. I'm not 100% sure.
But
I take responsibility for that because I'm the one, We just got to get a kitty treadmill or something.
Yeah, I guess that might help. I feel bad that like this is something that's being impressed on pets. Now, some pets, they are a little big.
Yep.
But, it's...
listen, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. If you can afford it, why not?
Yeah, but also take care of your animals.
Yeah. Make sure they're going out for their walk.
Yeah.
You gotta take them.
Listen, who's not going to eat some good food when it's put in front of them?
Come on.
Wrap it up.
Hey, stick around. We've got much more to come on our Rochester.
We're back after this. Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We want to turn now to our continuing coverage on Hurricane Erin as it continues moving north.
Now, the storm is not forecast to make landfall, but impacts will be felt along the east coastline, including life-threatening rip currents, destructive waves, and storm surges.
In North Carolina, dozens of water rescues have already taken place this week, with some towns closing beaches as that storm nears.
CNN's Michael Yoshida has more.
Water rescues up and down the East Coast as Hurricane Erin churns up powerful waves and life-threatening rip currents.
It's been very dangerous out here. Very dangerous yesterday. We had between 60 and 70 rescues.
Popular beaches in North Carolina, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, and New York City issuing no swimming orders until the storm passes.
We're not going to go in pretty deep just because the waves do seem pretty big today. We got an alert, so we're being safe, and, we're watching the surfers. They're having a great time. I'm glad those aren't my children because that would terrify me.
The hurricane exploded in strength over the weekend, becoming a Category 5 in one of the fastest rapid intensification bursts on record in the Atlantic. Its category has since been downgraded, but the threat has not.
The rips are pretty bad. They just get worse and worse as the waves keep pulling and moving sand around.
I'm just going to kind of skim the water, so I'm not too scared.
Erin's impact won't be felt through direct landfall, but through strong winds and large pounding surf, storm surge, coastal flooding, beach erosion, and dangerous currents.
Can't stress it enough. If you come to the beach, you can hang out on the beach. Just definitely do not get in the ocean.
In Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, I'm Michael Yoshida.
Meteorologist Mark McLean joins us now for a closer look at Hurricane Erin's path. Mark, this is still a Cat 2 storm, correct?
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into this. The forecasts are very difficult, and there's very few of them. So when you think of the National Hurricane Center, they have a year-round job, but realistically, we're probably only going to be tracking 12, 15 of these storms in any given year. So I mean, that's how much focus is put into each one of these, and it depends on the environmental conditions. Water temperature is one of the big ones. We have some illustrations that we can go to and show you some of this. You look at the water temperatures, and this is buoy data out in the Gulf of Mexico, and then of course east of Florida into the Atlantic. 85-degree water temperature. You only need the water temperature to be 80 degrees or higher to sustain hurricane development. Now, some of the coastal temperatures do dip a little bit below that, but even as this storm moves north, it's still going to be over an environment that could support further development. Now, there's the latest on Erin. It's a Category 2 storm with winds around 100 miles per hour, north-northwest at 13 miles per hour. But the good part about this is that it looks like it's going to stay just offshore. Now, one of the big things with a hurricane, and this is where most loss of life, this is where most injury actually occurs, and this is with the storm surge flooding. This one is not going to have a quote, huge storm surge, but anything, you get into that 2 to 4 foot range in North Carolina and appreciate what a 3 or 4 foot wall of water would look like. Everyone's been to a splash pool, the wave pool, you go to Seabreeze or one of these amusement parks, and you can feel that when the water hits you.
Sure.
I mean, it has such force that it can cause so much damage. The winds, this is going to be close. This is a really close shave, like I said yesterday.
Is there a chance that some of these outer bands, these arms coming off of this storm, could make landfall?
Yeah, I think in coastal Carolina there, when you get out towards Kill Devil Hills and Cape Hatteras, these are some of the places that could actually have wind gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour. You get towards the open ocean and some of those small barrier islands, and it could be a rough ride out there with this going by. So it is a big hurricane, does have a very large cloud canopy with it. Folks in South Carolina, folks in North Carolina are going to see that cloud cover move in over their locations. But thankfully, the gustiest wind with this is going to stay well out over the water. But you didn't notice up towards Cape Cod, some wind gusts 40, 50 miles per hour, and that'll be towards Friday. But the nicest part of this is that path from Erin. It is going to stay offshore and out over the open water.
How long will it take for Hurricane Erin to eventually just downgrade entirely?
It'll probably be reduced to a tropical storm as it's going off the coast of Canada. What ends up happening, these storms get involved in our mid-latitude weather cycles here, the jet streams, and it's a little different than down there. And it'll start pulling on that storm, and the storm will start rapidly accelerating off to the northeast. So once it gets caught in the mid-latitude storm track, it's going to shift out over the open water pretty quickly, and that'll really weaken it as it goes north.
Here's some satellite images. You can
That's
see
amazing. Is that
just
space station?
how massive this storm
NASA,
is.
yeah.
Really incredible stuff.
Yeah.
To know that, you know, how many millions of people are beneath that massive moving cloud.
And think about
really
it.
incredible.
If that's your house, right? And you've put it on stilts, right? It's out in the water, and the power of the water is just incredible. And you know, we're fortunate that we don't have to deal with these problems, but in one sense we do, because lots of us have family and friends that are down there. Maybe you know somebody that's vacationing down that way.
Yeah.
And you know, in one way or another, it ends up impacting just about everybody.
Yeah, really incredible
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
You know, we've seen warnings come from a lot of leaders, mayors, governors, saying stay out of the water. If this is where you live.
Long Island from Governor
Yeah.
Hochul.
Yeah.
And you see these red flag warnings, they go up on the beaches, you know, and unfortunately, a lot of people consider themselves to be a strong swimmer. Well, if you get in one of these rip currents and it starts taking you out 20, 25 miles per hour, you can go out a mile into the water in a blink of an eye.
Wow.
I mean, they can pull you away pretty quickly. That's one thing that can definitely happen in those scenarios.
Yeah.
Really incredible stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, McLean, thank you for that. We appreciate it, my friend.
Yep.
Stick around, we have much more to come on Arc Rochester, including when we come back. We are learning more about a 10-year-old who has earned a spot at the World Karate Championships.
And don't forget, you can catch us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back right after this. Our region's very own Karate Kid has a chance to bring home the world title, earning a spot on Team USA in the upcoming Karate World Championship competition.
This morning, Purple Belt Christiana Dillard joins us live in studio to tell us all about this amazing honor and also to show off some of her skills. Good morning to you.
Hi.
So glad to have you back in World Team. That's amazing. Tell us a little bit about it.
So I'm on Team USA Worlds, which means this October I have a chance to go to Niagara Falls and hopefully and definitely bring back Rochester gold medal.
That wasn't a hopefully. That was a definitely bring Rochester back a gold medal. You gotta have that confidence. I imagine confidence is important in karate, right?
Yes.
How do you use that?
Use it to make sure that you don't get inside your head, especially when the other person's getting ahead of you in scores.
Amazing. Good to know.
I like it.
I'm wondering, what does training look like? How do you get yourself in the mindset, get prepared?
So I usually go to training right after school. So like I have like about an hour or two right after. So like I usually go home, get something to eat, and then I change, and then when I get there, I stretch and talk with the kids that I like, the kids I hang out with.
Yeah.
Karate, and then he tells us to get up, and then we go stretch. Well, then we go warm up, and then we just start.
And then you just dive right in and start going.
Yeah.
And Stephannie mentioned it, but tell us what color belt you are.
Purple.
You're a purple belt. What does it, for somebody who doesn't know much about karate, what does that mean?
A purple belt means that you're 2 belts away from getting a black belt. So
amazing.
And that's like the highest one you can get, right?
Yes, but the highest one you can get is a 10th degree black belt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Are you going for that? Do you want that one someday?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you explain what this is?
It's a staff, right?
No, it's a boar. So last year I brought a bow staff to the Good Morning Rochester show. This year I brought my specialty, what I specialize in. It's called an oar. It's like a boat paddle, but like it's more of a traditional Japanese weapon.
Oh.
Can you show us how you would use it?
Yeah.
So
We'll step out of the way just so that we don't get hit. Oh, wow.
Amazing control.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
How did you get into this? Was it always a part of your, I guess, experience with karate?
So I recently changed karate schools. Instead of Everett World Championship Karate, the grandmaster over here retired, so now I go to Randy Cudup's Karate Academy on Hellendale Road next to the 7-Eleven.
Nice, okay.
And how do you like it there?
It's really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it like when you interact with some of your fellow karate kids that are in your classes? Because do you guys ever go up against each other?
So in sparring, we do. We always have to fight each other, and we always make sure not to kill each other.
But you got, like, 1 minute you're laughing with your friend, and then the next minute you got to spar against him. How do you do that?
So you usually shake hands, and then you make sure you don't hurt them too badly.
Okay. I mean,
make sure you don't hurt them. No, listen, you're confident, and I like it. I like it, my friend.
We wanted to learn some moves.
Yeah.
I can try them.
Yeah, can you show us something?
Yeah, let me. So, to kick, you're going to start here, and then you're going to bring your leg up here, and then you're going to turn, and then you're going to come back in.
Oh, in,
and then
okay.
set it down.
Okay.
Oh, and you're standing upward the entire time.
Or sometimes, like, I bend my knees sometimes. So like,
I have to modify things for myself.
Yeah.
Wait, do it one more time.
We're crouched.
Here, there.
Here.
Up, out, back, down.
That wasn't bad. I tried something, I think.
What's that?
I tried something.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad.
I think you got it.
I'm balancing on heels.
So I took karate as a kid, and I did not do well at all. I remember one thing. We did like this jump, and you would kick and yell, "Kia!" Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. Do that again. Can you do that?
Not in this.
Do it facing back.
No, I can't do it.
You have a fundraiser coming up, right?
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
So I have a Cash App, which is K-Mocha Rose, which is my mom's Cash App, because there was a debacle with Cash App last year.
Yep.
So we changed it to hers, and she deposits it back to me. And I also have a bottle drive at the Bottle Return Center across from Russell's Ice Cream on Charlotte Avenue. And then I have a GoFundMe. I also have a GoFundMe, and there's a flyer on Facebook, and then also at any events I go to. But next week I'm going to the food truck rodeo.
Nice.
And so I'm bringing flyers there. So you can meet me there, and I give everybody flyers.
And you'll sign autographs too. I'm sure.
Yes, of
Because listen, world champion right here.
Right
Very soon.
here.
Thank you so much. Right there.
Yeah,
Boom.
thank you.
And to you.
Big shout out to Mom over there as well. Really
Yeah, and if you want to
appreciate it.
take part and participate, support this Karate Kid right here locally, all the information will be on foxrochester.com. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're looking ahead to a special fundraiser being hosted by Lollipop Farm.
We're back after this. Golfers, get ready to tee up for a good cause, because next month, Lollipop Farms' Pars for Pets golf fundraiser is asking you to hit the links to raise money for animals in need.
Yeah, and this morning we're taking a closer look at the upcoming event and the ways that you can take part. For more, we're joined now by Robin Harisis, the Director of Development at Lollipop Farm, and the lovely Baguette.
Hi, Baguette. Hi.
Thank you so much for coming in. We
you for
appreciate it.
having me.
Before
And her.
we dive, yeah, well, exactly. Before we dive into the golf, we got to talk about Baguette.
Yes, she's precious. She's perfect. She rode in the car like it was a limo, so just excuse me while I get out, but she is just one of our many dogs that are up for adoption.
Wow, that is amazing.
You are beautiful. And you know what's wonderful? A lot of people want a younger dog. They want puppies and stuff. But like, you look at Baguette right here, and listen, she got the perfect amount of energy for me.
Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Give me some
Pet her more, please.
Yeah.
Handshake? Can you shake? It's the energy of, you know, that fulfills the need I have. Let's just lay on the couch today.
Yes.
How's that sound?
Yes.
And I feel like Baguette would be very good at that.
Yes, she just laid down like she owned the place in the green room, so not nervous at all.
Exactly.
And how long has Baguette been at Lollipop?
I am not exactly sure, but I would say over a month.
Over a month? Oh, well, listen, Baguette, you look into camera 2 right here with me, and we are going to find you that forever. Oh, see, she doesn't even care. She just wants the love. What a
Baguette,
gorgeous puppy.
Look, come here.
Look at this.
Yeah, look at you.
Look at Baguette. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give Lollipop Farm a call Oh my goodness. She's beautiful.
Okay, tell us a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we got to talk about golf.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
For pets.
She does steal the show.
She does.
Yeah, the Lollipop Professionals is a group of professionals. It was young professionals, but everybody liked being part of it so much they never wanted to graduate out. Very dedicated volunteers that help to raise money for pets like Baguette. And Pars for Pets is one way that they're doing it. So it is Tuesday, September 9th at Greystone out in Walworth. Registration starts at 8 and tee off at 9.
And are they teams that we sign up as or individuals?
Yep, you can sign up as a foursome. And we're also looking for sponsors too. So if anybody would like to sponsor us, please go to lollipop.org/Pars for Pets.
For sure.
Wonderful.
I'm wondering about skill level. Do you have to be? No, you don't.
You didn't even have to ask.
No, it's just come and play and have fun and help animals like Baguette.
Come on.
Yeah, it's not about, listen, it's a golf tournament. It's not about winning golf.
No,
Come
it's
on.
about networking and having fun and supporting animals.
That face.
Come on.
How can you say no to a face like that? Ladies and gentlemen, if someone wants to they're sitting there at home and they realize that Baguette is the pet for them. Yeah. Oh, look at that. She sees Ian. Ian might have found his forever pet in studio this morning. You never know. If they want to learn more about Baguette, can they just get that information online? Do they schedule an appointment? How do they do that?
Yes, we have appointments on the weekends, but during the week you can just come in and visit any, just go to the adoptions desk and ask to see whatever animal you're interested in. Cats, small animals, dogs. We have farm animals that are ready for adoption. Adopt a Pig Month is this month. If anyone should want a pig or two.
Or two. You never
They're
know.
social animals. Love to have buddies. So yeah, lots of availability for different kinds of pets.
All
Wonderful.
right. Great to
Well,
know.
listen, thank you so much for coming in.
you.
And thank you for coming in, Baguette. You're going to be home in your new home soon. I can tell you that.
I think this is her new home.
Baguette lives here now.
Yeah.
We do need a newsroom dog.
Yeah.
We'll post all of the information on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Hey, don't go anywhere. When Arc Rochester returns, it's this morning's final thoughts. We're back after this.
Hey, it's time for our final thoughts right here on Arc Rochester. Highlight of the day.
Dog.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Yeah.
Karate Kid was great.
That was
Right.
cool.
Fantastic.
That was really cool.
Awesome.
Oh, that puppy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks just like our indie pup.
Yeah.
Should have asked where the
Reminds
name
me.
Baguette came from. That
That's an
was
interesting
like,
name.
Yeah.
It's French.
Okay.
Can you imagine if she barked in an accent? Roof, roof.
I cannot.
All right. Sorry. We're sorry we're ending the show on such a terrible note.
I mean,
That
better
does
than
it
the
for us
last
here on
year.
Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57 over on
13 Wham ABC.
Right.
There you go.
We also have much more live local news coming up later. 13 Wham News at midday with Christian Garzone. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Good day.